Have you ever wondered what all you need to check during your final walkthrough before you sign papers and buy a house? Well, today we're going to tell you all those details. Get excited. Welcome to another episode of the Markham Sold Show. Today I have our lead buyer's agent, Daphne Jewell, here, and she's going to tell us what she does with her buyers at a final walkthrough, because this is your last chance to check to make sure everything works, because once you sign, it's yours. So,
yeah,
it's very important. That's why I brought her.
it is. And typically we like to do the final walkthrough same day as closing, because I always tell my buyers that we may come in the night before, but between that time and the next day, who knows what can happen. So prior to closing, we'll come in, and first thing that we're going to do is we're going to check any repairs that we had requested from our inspection to make sure that they have been completed, make sure that we have any receipts that have been requested. So those are going to be my main focus when I first walk into a home. Then next I will go through and just check different outlets. I usually bring my iPhone charger. We'll plug it in. I'll turn on the oven, check all the burners. I'll send my buyers throughout the house to I'll tell them turn on showers, flush toilets, make sure the water is running hot. One of the final things that I think is really important, and I just because I forgot this one time and
Everything we know we learned.
You learn is I had to buy a garage door opener remotes.
Oh, they're only $33 at Lowe's.
Yep.
I bought them too.
Yep, see. And so we'll go and check to make sure that the buttons work at the garage door and make sure that the remotes work. We'll even check to make sure that the keys work throughout. And then, like I said, all of the faucets, outlets, we'll turn all the lights off and on. We'll go outside, walk the perimeter, just to make sure that there's not something wonky that's happened.
Crazy things can happen. I mean, I've had
Absolutely.
people take plants before. Like, that
Yes.
might be grandma's special plant, but you didn't tell us, so we really liked it.
Yeah.
It was, check the fireplace, make sure
Yes.
that the gas is still on. And it's important, too, where I work with
Yes.
sellers a lot, I tell my sellers, you have to have the utilities on through the time of the closing. And since we can't guarantee that, you just need to do it through the next day. It's going to cost an extra 34 cents. It's all good.
Yes.
Because if the utilities are not on when you get there to do a walkthrough, you better cancel the closing.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's too much to risk.
Absolutely, you're right.
Yeah. Is there anything else besides checking the repairs and all the, make sure all the utilities are on? I think that's pretty much.
That's pretty much it. Like if you're asking for repairs, you want to make sure that, I know that we're pretty good about this, but we want to make sure that we have the receipts, because let's just say if something happens, a week or two after closing, you need to know who to be able to contact and what repair was made, and make sure that, that it was done correctly and properly.
Yeah, and I think it's a great time too, while you're in the house with your agent, right before the closing, if you have any questions, we still can't figure out how does this work, why is this like this, whatever, just write those down, and at closing, we'll be with the sellers, we can ask away.
Absolutely.
Perfect time to do that.
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome, well thank you so much. I hope that was helpful, and if you are interested in buying or selling a home, you know who to call.